At first, his father said, I don't know. I don't get paid by the hour. The little boy was persistent. But Daddy, at the Walgreens, they get paid by the hour. And I saw on TV how they fighting in Congress about raising the minimum wage, and they're talking about how much people make in an hour. They want to raise the amount people make from $8 an hour to $10. And now everybody gets paid by the hour, so how much do you make an hour? His daddy said, I ain't everybody. See, I am a professional. I don't work on the clock, and I'm behind in my work right now. I got important work to do to get ready for court tomorrow, so I don't have time to debate with you about what your perceptions are based on Walgreens and what you saw on television about minimum wage as opposed to what it is that's real and who I am. But Daddy, the little boy persisted, don't you bill your clients by the hour? Don't you work on billable hours? I saw on Law and Order how the only thing that mattered to the firm was billable hours. And in the movie, The Pelican Brief, see Denzel, boy, I'm not that kind of attorney. Most of my cases, I have no idea what I'm going to make until the case is settled and the judge or the jury has given the amount of the settlement. Wrongful death settlement, personal injury settlement, job discrimination settlement, class action settlement. I get 1/3 of the settlement, see, so I don't get paid by the hour. Some cases take 2 months, some cases take 6 months, some cases take much longer. It all depends on discovery time, continuances, new evidences, the depositions, countersuits. There's no telling, there's no fixed frame of time, case to case, I can't tell, because no two cases are exactly alike. Okay, Daddy, his son said, how much do you make a year? At his wit's end, on a very short fuse, up against a time crunch that he had no room for maneuvering, no wiggle room, his daddy said that varies from year to year, depending on what kind of cases and how large the settlement or how small the settlement. Now, Daddy has work to do. Okay, Daddy, just tell me how much you made last year. After taxes, son, I made $500,000. Well, how much did you make before taxes? $1,200,000. Now leave me alone. Little boy went to his bedroom and he emptied out his piggy bank. He was 8 years old. And he had never taken any money out of his piggy bank in all 8 years of his life. He had only put money in. His daddy had taught him savings are important. You don't waste your money on frivolous things or foolish things. And your little friends with all their little plastic soldiers and make-believe monsters, transformers, and the fantastic folk, that's foolish. Because if they're electronic, they're going to break. They're going to wear out. They don't last. They can't even be repaired, so you're going to end up throwing them away. And in the process, you will have thrown your money away. So you don't waste money on stuff like that. Save your money for something important. So all the gifts that the little boy got, monetary gifts, a quarter here, 50 cents there, $1 there. When he was 3, 4, and 5, and 6, put them right in his bank. Birthday gifts, $5 right in his bank. Christmas gifts, $2 to $10. It used to amaze him. He said people always thought it was unique to find a $2 bill. Give him a $2 bill for Christmas. He emptied out his piggy bank, 8 years worth of savings, and he had $95. So he figured on his BlackBerry that he needed $8. And all he had to do was find 8 people who would either give him $1 or lend him $1, each one. By the time he got down to person number 7, they mentioned in passing to his daddy that he had hit on them for $1, and his daddy was livid. When he got home that night, he lit into his son. What are you doing? Asking people to give you money or lend you money. Asking for $1. Do you know how embarrassing that is? Do you know, I have any idea whatsoever how important I am, and you realize how stupid that makes me look? I buy you everything you need. Your mama gets you everything you want. Why in the world are you out begging people to give you $1, loan you $1? And the little boy, through his tears, said, Daddy, I only had $95 saved up. After 8 years, So I needed 8 people to give me or lend me $1 so I could have $103. What you need $103 for? What in the world? What are you into? What's up? What's going on? What are you trying to buy? Who you been talking to? His son said, Daddy, you said you made $1,200,000 last year. There are only 168 hours in a week. You sleep 8 hours a night and you work the other 112 hours a week. So 112 hours times 52 weeks, that's 5,824 hours. And $1,200,000 divided by 5,824 hours means that you make $206 an hour. You didn't know how much you made an hour, so I calculated it out for you. 16 hours a day you'll work and you have no time for me. You always say time is money. 8 hours a day you're sleeping. That's the whole 24 hours gone. So since you make $206 an hour and I only had $95, I figured it would take me another 8 years to save up $206. So if I could just get $8, that would give me $103, and I could buy 1/2 an hour of your time. All I want is just 1/2 hour of just you and me and you. We don't have time for our personal relationship with people who are important, that we say are important to us, and we cheat and we rob as a result. We cheat them out of time we should be spending with them, and we rob them and we rob ourselves of the love that they and we should be holding on to. Take some time this Lent. Day, say day. Take some time to refresh, to rebuild, to renew and restore your personal relationships with people and your personal relationships with the Lord, your spiritual relationship. How much time do you spend with God every day? Some of us, truth be told, got up late this morning. Spent half the night watching the election results on Super Tuesday. Then ran past the Bible, ran past prayer, ran past the time we should have been spending with a super God this morning. Take some time this Lent to spend time, quality time with the Lord every day. Refresh your spirit in his presence. Restore your soul by basking in his love. Rebuild your spiritual self, leaning on his everlasting arms. That's how you build up your muscles. Review and renew your resolve by feasting on the manna from a bountiful supply. And I guarantee you, if you follow steps 1 through 3, taking some time to remember, say remember. Taking some time to reflect, say reflect. And taking some time to refresh, say refresh. Rebuilding, renewing, and restoring a relationship with others and with him, I won't have to ask you or remind you about step 4. It's going to come automatically. If you remember each day, if you reflect on those memories each day, if you take some time to refresh each day, you will definitely find yourself taking time to rejoice each day. There is a time to reflect and be thoughtful, yes, but there's also a time to rejoice and be joyful. And when you think about what is done for you, the exercise comes around full circle. In other words, thinking leads to thanking. Remembering leads to rejoicing. Reflecting leads to rejoicing. Refreshing pumps up rejoicing. I never shall forget what he's done for me, how he loosed my shackles and he set me free. Come on and rejoice tonight with me.